Brian Cashman spoke to the media. We'll tell you if it was the same old, same old.
You are Locked On Yankees, your daily New York Yankees podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Yankees, which is part of the Locked On Podcast Network, now the #1 sports podcast network in the country. I'm Stacey Gotsoulias. Alongside my co-host Brian McKeon, we'd like to thank you for making Locked On Yankees your first listen every day. It's a jam-packed show. We actually have things to talk about couple weeks before spring training. On today's show, an ex-Yankee goes west. We'll tell you who. The Yankees made some moves. A former Yankee great will join the team at Yes. Juan Soto apparently is thinking about Aaron Judge. We'll talk about that. But first, Brian Cashman spoke to the press. I don't know why I said his name like that, but maybe my old-time American standardized English kicked in from college. But Brian Cashman talked to the press, and we're going to tell you what he said, which... you guys want to know about it, right?
I feel like most Yankee fans were a little skeptical when they heard the news that he was going to speak to the press, and then you actually got what he said and read the quotes, and it was newsworthy to a degree. Like, he did say things that we wanted answers on, and I think, all off season, we take questions from people that listen to Locked On Yankees, saying, well, when is Cashman going to speak? Well, when is Cashman speaking? So now we have his thoughts on what he thinks of the offseason. So allow us to read off. First, the obvious question that was going to be asked of Brian Cashman is, a lot of people publicly said that the Yankees are just running it back and having the same team going into next year. And this was his response. First, we have really good players, a collection of really talented players. It's not the same roster. I would differ there. We have some players at some point returning from the IL that are important players, Garrett Cole being one of them. But we had some additions from the second half that got their feet wet with the Yankees, some with failures or success, but they'll now be in position to join us with their feet on the ground and get their sea legs under them, with the manager too learning how to utilize these guys where they slot and everything else. So that is something that we kind of mentioned in the last episode too, where, they did acquire guys at the deadline, and they kind of are going into their first full year with the spring training with the Yankees. I think there's a positive there too.
Right. A full off season of working out under the Yankees program too.
Yeah, being in New York, going onto the Yankees, and there's a million things that go into this too. Onto the Yankees workout plan, the Yankees nutrition plan, like all these things are different from what these guys have dealt with in the past. So there is that too. Cashman did continue to say, so I disagree. It's the same team running it back. There are going to be some differences, and the competition is going to be different too. Again, I don't think he's telling the truth wholly there. Like, I do think this is partially the same roster, and it's very similar.
It's similar.
I do agree with him. The competition has changed, but I also, Stacey, would argue that the competition has changed for the Yankees negative. I think it's gotten better around them than worse.
Right. The only team that didn't really do much of anything, and we're still not even done with the offseason yet, are the Rays. Everyone else, the Blue Jays made moves, the Orioles made moves, the Red Sox made moves, and the Yankees, they made moves, but some of them were just, okay, they signed Trent Grisham, they got Bellinger back, they got Blackburn back, they let Weaver and Williams go, but they have other guys in the bullpen who could fill in. And there are other guys who were shuttling back and forth, like Yeri De Los Santos. They have Jake Bird they were working with down in the minors. Maybe he can make a difference in the major league bullpen. So yeah, it's the same pretty much.
There are differences. And again, like we both said, there are reasons to have optimism. Again, the players they acquired at the deadline, and you'll hear in a later quote too, they're not done when it comes to the bullpen. So I wouldn't worry too much about the bullpen right now.
Right.
Cody Bellinger did speak in this press availability as well. Kind of reiterate, I do want to say Cody Bellinger kind of gave you standard free agent jargon. This is the only place I wanted to be. This is the place that I envisioned myself always being at. If someone gave a better offer, he was going there. But regardless of the fact, on Cody Bellinger, Cashman said he's a hell of a player, really talented, multi-positional middle lineup player, all true. He provides a lot of security, flexibility, and consistency, so there was no reason not to attempt to bring him back. And I agree with Brian Cashman in that sense. It was clearly the move they had to make this offseason, so I think everyone's just kind of glad at this point that the Cody Bellinger stuff is done.
Yes. Glad it's done. Glad it didn't extend into February. Glad they didn't go too much higher than we wanted them to, because we were thinking 30 to 32. They went 32.5. Perfectly fine. It's not our money, so we really shouldn't care. But I like that they didn't have to go too crazy, considering what some of the other deals were for other guys this offseason.
Yeah, it's great. And again, Bellinger, confident in being back, loves that he's back, says he loves the Bronx. So that's all good and well there. Did break earlier on Wednesday morning, if you're listening to the show.
Wait. Can I joke about one thing?
Yeah, of course.
Joke about the fact that the Yankees and Bellinger made it Instagram official.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Like, it was really, really funny. Like, I got worried because I saw like the Yankees put up a story and I'm like, oh no, what's going on? And then I realized it was about Bellinger. I'm like, oh right, they wait like days until they really finalize everything. But yeah, they made it Instagram official earlier in the week, and they put up, young pictures of Bellinger. There was the home videos of him with his father on the World Series parade float, the whole thing that the Yankees do.
But Bellinger also did say that he was in contact with the judge throughout the offseason, but very casual conversation, not really pushing for him to come back. Also, I found this weird. I don't know if you saw this. During Aaron Boone's media availability, Boone said that he found out when everybody else found out via social media. He said he was in his office in Yankee Stadium and scrolled on social media and saw that Bellinger had signed, which I find unbelievably odd. Like, no one thought to go tell the manager, hey, Bellinger's back first.
No one thought to run downstairs and be like, hey, did you hear the news?
Right? Like, that's so odd
or call. I don't know.
So weird. You'd think Cashman would call him immediately and be like, hey, Bellinger's coming back, so Boone could be like, great. Like, no. Found that
like, what if someone reached out to him? What if one of the beat reporters called him in his office? Hey, what do you think about Bellinger coming back? He is? How embarrassing would that have been?
Pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Something that Yankee personnel found embarrassing for a while until this decision was made early Wednesday morning. They were going without an international scouting director for a good bit of time here.
Yeah.
And they actually got one. So Mario Garza is going to be brought in. The Yankees, I got to be honest, didn't say this publicly until today. Brian Cashman was not happy with the previous regime when it came to international scouting at all. And he made it very well known.
Yeah.
Which I found interesting, to be honest with you, because he doesn't do that kind of stuff a lot. Brian Cashman said, ultimately, when you're making decisions like this, they're always tough decisions to make. But Mario is someone we're very familiar with. He speaks Spanish. He's worked in player development department for quite some time. So that's a really good sign they have going there. I do want to mention one thing, Stacey, that I found very crazy, to be honest with you. Did you see that, speaking of international signing, the Yankees signed a 13-year-old prospect out of the Dominican?
Yeah.
Albert Mejias. He's 13 years old. He's so young that his contract commit also includes a school scholarship.
So is he 13, born in 2012 and turning 14 this year?
I would assume that's the case. Yeah. He is a Venezuelan prospect from the 2030 class.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. So yeah, he's 13 years old. He has I want to know after this what you were doing at 13 years old, because he has a pre-agreement with the Yankees for a record-setting $7 million. It's a $6.4 million baseball salary.
I was babysitting.
Plus
that's what I was doing.
$600,000 in educational scholarship money. So
well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
it's really ridiculous, though. It's really gotta be something. Yeah, exactly. Really upsetting for me. I hope my future 15-year-old is as successful as he is, and we'll look forward to seeing him.
Tie that right arm behind your son's arm, make him throw lefty.
I'm looking forward to seeing him debut for the 2034 Yankees. Nice. Maybe he'll catch Garrett Cole's pitch to open up Old Timers Day. Cashman on pitching. The Yankees also made some news acquiring pitching earlier today. They acquired a pitcher from the Colorado Rockies, a right-hander, Angel Chavi. That's the pronunciation. Earlier today, why the Yankees made the move, Cashman said he's a 23-year-old power arm that's got a tool baggage, weird pronunciation. That's pretty exciting. He's got some flexibility because his notion remaining, and he's got a year service, some experience, and he's got tremendous fastball that plays and a slider. I think there's a lot to work with there. Pretty much him admitting this is a Matt Blake project, right?
Right, because trade rumors said that He averaged 97.1 on this four-seamer. He boasts an outstanding 14.4% swinging strike rate. He also has limited his walks to an 8.1% clip, but he has a home run problem. He served up an average of 1.99 homers per nine in each of his two partial MLB seasons. Again,
that's a bullpen pitcher.
Rockies, but that is a big number for a bullpen pitcher. But yes, he's a Matt Blake project, like the model Matt Blake.
And I'm gonna stay consistent to this as I've been all offseason. Matt Blake has no reason for me not to trust him when it comes to these kind of moves. So I'm happy with it, and let's see what he can do with him. Cashman on the bullpen said it's a work in progress. We have a lot of quality choices. He also said stay tuned for possible additions as the team is still looking, but they are comfortable with their depth. I agree with that. He also noted that Anthony Volpe is down in Tampa, doing great, working his tail off, and he will be the starting shortstop when he's available to come back. He made that clear. Also, he said Carlos Rodon is currently down in Tampa, getting ready to ramp up. I don't know if that's true because I was hanging out with Carlos Rodon actually at the baseball writers dinner on Saturday night.
Right,
so I find it really weird.
He might actually be in Tampa.
He might have flown down there at this point, but we'll post a selfie at some point that I had with Carlos Rodon after having a drink with him. So I just found he didn't mention that he was going down to Florida a little bit. So kept his mouth shut on that one. Stacey, on the other side, we got some fun stuff to talk about though, right?
Yes, coming up. I love this. Does Juan Soto miss Aaron Judge and the Yankees? He does. That's a spoiler alert, but we're going to tell you what happened next.
Guys, let's be real. Managing your finances can feel unbelievably overwhelming between subscriptions you forgot about, bills that keep going up, and trying to figure out where all your money actually goes each month. It can be easy to feel like you're losing control. And who has the time to track every transaction or hunt down the hidden fees? That's where Rocket Money comes in. It's the personal finance app that helps you take control. It finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. Now, I was shocked when Rocket Money showed me how much I was paying for multiple subscriptions that I completely forgot about, and it's already starting to save me money. I love how it tracks all my subscriptions, and it lets me cancel them right in the app with just a few taps. No more hunting down customer service numbers. The automatic transaction categorization is also a game changer. I can finally see exactly where my money is going each month. You could also set budgets and goals, get personalized insights, and receive real-time alerts for large transactions, upcoming bills, and low balances. It even consolidates your checking, savings, loans, and investments into a single dashboard so you can get a clear view of your entire financial picture. So let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. You can join at rocketmoney.com/locked-on. That's rocketmoney.com/locked-on. rocketmoney.com/locked-on. We want to thank you guys for making Locked On Yankees your first listen of the day, and thanks for making Locked On the #1 sports podcast network. Are you not an Everydayer Club member? Well, you should be. You're missing out. Get ad-free episodes on every major podcasting app. That's Apple, Spotify, really all of them we're available on. You can also get access to our members-only Everydayer Club Discord just for Locked On Yankees listeners, where we drop breaking news, tease upcoming shows, and talk through games in real time. Complaining, celebrating, all the things the Yankee fans love to do. Plus, you could score exclusive discounts on Locked On merch and get 60% off additional Everydayer Club subscriptions for your other favorite New York teams. You can join now at lockedonyankees.supercast.com. And if you're watching on YouTube, that QR code in the top right-hand corner of your screen, grab your phone, open the camera app, take a picture of that thing. It'll take you right over to the link. There's also a link in the show notes. Stacey, I want to paint the picture for you. I'm going to use this from a boy scenario because I am a boy, but you can use the whatever scenario you want to use it as. Imagine you're dating a girl and she lives in the Bronx and she is just the best. And you guys have so much success together. You're so happy. She's great. And she's got a lot of money. So everything's going to work out in the future, right? And then you meet some other girl. And she seems a little attractive from a little bit away, something like 7 miles away. She lives in Queens. And her parents just got divorced. There's a new stepdad, and he's got a lot of money. He's got more money than the girl in the Bronx. And you think, wow, maybe I will be happier with the girl in Queens. I don't know for sure. And things are great with the girl in the Bronx, but I got to check out what's going on with the girl in Queens. So you leave the girl in the Bronx and you go to the girl in Queens. And then you get really sad because things were better in the Bronx. Things were a lot better in the Bronx. And also the Bronx winds up having a lot of money too. So you would have been really happy in the Bronx. And also you had a lot of success in the Bronx and you really miss it. And then you go unhinged and you go to your Instagram story and you post a picture with your girlfriend from the Bronx. And there you go.
Why is he it's 2026. Why is he doing this?
Yeah, get over her, bro. Like, and you chose to leave. Like you chose to leave, dude. I don't understand this at all. This is weird. And like, I'm not gonna lie, Stacey. If I were a Met fan, I'd feel kind of weird about this.
Like that would be really annoying. That would be really annoying.
Really annoying. Like still posting. And this was a great season. I mean, look at the numbers. 157 games played, 288 average, 41 homers, 109 RBIs, and 99 OPS. Like, he was great with the Yankees, but he chose to leave. Like, the Yankees gave him I don't want to hear, I keep hearing the rage baiting posts out there from Mets fans that want to get Yankees, and they're like, the Yankees were never going to pay Juan Soto that money. They gave him an offer that was very similar to the Met offer.
Right.
The Mets went over. Juan Soto wanted the largest deal. That's it. Plain and simple, case in point. That's what happened. There you go. It's over.
Right.
Like, I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. It's just he chose to walk away. Yes. He was happy in the Bronx, put up good numbers. He's clearly reminiscing. I think it's crazy that he played a year with the Mets, by the way, and had good numbers last year. He finished third in the MVP voting. So it's not like Juan Soto had a bad year with the Mets.
Like he started off a little slow, but he did really amazing.
Yeah, he had a great year. He had a Juan Soto type
did you
year,
really
right?
hear that much about it though?
Case in point. Like
because
I'm sorry.
What were we hearing about all year? The guy next to him, the guy with him in that picture. Because when you separate yourself, yeah, like again, no offense, and this is the obnoxious Yankee fan in me, but who gets talked about more? All-time great Yankees or all-time great Mets?
You don't have to say no offense to that. It's just the truth. It's just in black and white. Like, that's the answer.
He didn't go there because the Mets are a storied franchise. He didn't go because, they're family. He went for the money. Can we just stop with the nonsense? He went for the money.
Yeah.
And he got his money.
As much as Mets fans. And they missed the
playoffs last year.
As much as Mets fans, as much as Mets ownership, as much as Mets brass wants to try and convince you that he went there because he saw the aura of the Mets and he just fell in love with the blue and orange.
And the future is going to be so much better.
They just traded away half their future to get Peralta. So like it doesn't matter. None of that matters. He went for the most money. He wanted the largest contract. And again, I don't want to hear the rage baiting of the Yankees were never going to pay him. They offered him a massive contract that was a few $1 million shy of what the Mets offered him. Stop it.
And what's interesting about this is, he posted something from another account into his stories that showed the Juan Soto and Aaron Judge thing. He didn't need to do that.
And this wasn't one of those things on Instagram where you're tagged as a collaborator where you can like reshare it to your page. And if you accidentally click it, it automatically reshares to your page. Yeah. That's not what happened here. He posted this on his Instagram story. He
consciously put it into his Instagram stories.
And he doesn't post a lot either.
He doesn't. I followed him when he was with the Yankees. He didn't post that much. So
which is to me even weirder. So yeah, it's not, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Like, she may have more money in Queens and she may be a little prettier, but you were really happy with the girl in the Bronx. You should have stayed with her.
They may have better food choices, but
yeah, you made the wrong choice. Sorry, bro.
Can we talk about this next item? Because we need to issue an apology to Insider Debbie, because we were very obnoxious on Fan Mail Friday when she asked about the possibility of Goldschmidt coming back. We're like, there's no way that's going to happen. And now there are reports from Jack Curry that they may bring Paul Goldschmidt back.
But like from a Yankee, and Debbie, we are sorry, but like from a Yankee perspective, do you understand this?
No.
Like, he started the year off good until like early May, and that was it. Then he was not good the rest of the year.
I don't understand it. I really don't. Debbie mentioned something about Ben Rice saying in an interview how helpful Paul Goldschmidt was to him playing first and learning how to play first. So maybe they're
but Ben Rice got the whole year with Goldschmidt teaching him that. And like, if that's the value, then bring Goldschmidt back as an advisor.
Not the whole year, because they were also throwing Rice in as the catcher too. So I think Ben Rice should be the starting first baseman, I would hope. And if they're bringing Goldschmidt back for some sort of like mentor position for Ben Rice, I don't want him taking time away from Ben Rice at first base.
Yeah, and I don't want, to be honest with you, I don't want him taking up a roster spot if that's his purpose either. Like,
right.
Just to be a mentor. There's no point in that. Again, he's got Paul Goldschmidt's
phone
maybe
number. Like platooning in certain situations, I guess.
I don't like that. I think Ben Rice needs to play 150 games at first base this year.
I think so,
That's
too.
honest to me, the truth.
I'm just trying to think of what the reasoning is for this. Yeah.
I get it from your perspective. I don't get it from a Yankee perspective. I don't understand it. And there's no other teams poking around on.
No, I mean, I'm trying to think of the Yankees' perspective. Like, what would their possible reasoning be for it?
He wasn't ultra productive last year. I don't think there's reason to believe that Ben Rice can't perform at that position because he did all year.
Right.
I don't have a good reason for you because it doesn't make any sense to me. You can find backup first baseman. In fact, Rosario or Caballero, I'm sure, could take care of it. Like, I think the objective needs to be Ben Rice playing 150 games at first base this year, and there shouldn't be any other way to look at this.
Yep. And our last item of this segment, Willie Randolph will be doing some studio work for the YES Network. They announced it on the Hot Stove Show, I believe on Tuesday. Michael Kay made the announcement. So that's pretty cool because they got rid of some people, and now they're bringing some people in to work.
Yeah, love that. I actually did see Willie Randolph too at the baseball writers dinner, which was really cool. Great personality, should be great in the booth. Well, not going to be in the booth. He's going to be. I don't think he's going to be in the booth, right? It's going to be in the studio for post game and stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
So, great. Do you view? See, this is going to be weird because, and last point for this segment. Do you view Willie Randolph as a Yankee or a Met? We're going to show our age difference here.
Oh, see, I see him as a Yankee because I grew up with him.
Because I grew up as a kid watching him manage the Mets.
Yeah.
I remember him getting, released very unceremoniously and being left
on the West Coast. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I remember all that stuff, but I think of Willie Randolph as a Met because I obviously never saw him play as a Yankee. But
tell us in the comments if you consider.
You're all gonna call me a young head. I know it. But
tell us in the comments which team you picture Willie Randolph with, Yankees 100%. Or Mets.
They're all gonna say Yankees.
All right, coming up, some news from around the league, including an ex-Yankee going west, and we'll have Brian talking about the dinner because we need to know how was Saturday night with all the Yankee players. And Brian got Shohei Ohtani to smile at him. So we're going to talk about that next.
What is up?
Should we talk about that first?
Yeah, let's talk about it first. I was going to say this. If you want photos of me at the dinner and things that I experienced, stuff like that, go to my Instagram page. You can see the tag right there, _ Brian McKeon. I have a post up there of me at the dinner. It was awesome. It was in Midtown Manhattan at the Hilton in the Grand Ballroom. All the MVP, Cy Young Award winners, managers of the year, rookie of the year, everyone was there giving their speeches and everything like that. Did get to meet Carlos Rodon. That was really cool. He was confirmed. It's funny because every guest that we've had on has said Carlos Rodon's a really nice guy. Turns out, yes, very, very nice guy. Really cool dude.
Did you try and get him on the show?
No, only because we've been told directly from Yankees PR that players do not do interviews. And I didn't want to be that weird person that's like, hey, podcast, come on my show. Like, I wasn't going to pull that game.
You could have been like, hey, come on our podcast. We'll talk about coffee with you. But we won't even talk about baseball.
Huge coffee drinker, yeah. And huge champagne drinker, I've learned too. So there's that.
Champagne is very good. I don't blame him.
Exactly. Aaron Judge was introduced by Anthony Rizzo, which was really cool. Rizzo said a bunch of really nice words about him.
He really loves him.
Yeah, they're really good, and they're really close.
Yeah, and they didn't play together that long, considering how long Rizzo was. So they really hit it off very quickly. They're tight.
Their families are tight, so that's really cool to see.
Their
dogs are very friendly too, which is cool to see, I guess, as well. Aaron Judge's speech was very good. Something I found very interesting: the weirdest person on the dais by far, Tracy Morgan. I couldn't understand. I was there with my date. Like, why is Tracy Morgan here? I don't understand why Tracy Morgan would be introducing the manager of the year. I don't get it, but he was there. So there was that.
Was he promoting his new show?
No, didn't mention the new show at all.
Oh, so okay.
I don't get it at all. Shohei Ohtani, confirmed large man, like very big dude. He doesn't get the public notice of being like the big guy, because Aaron Judge gets that public notice a lot. But
he's a big dude.
Ohtani's pretty huge. Like he's a big dude, especially like seeing him in person. He's very tall, broad shoulders.
Like he's kind of like, because when Hideki Matsui came over, like, a lot of the times Japanese players weren't very big. And when Matsui first came over, and Arabu too, Arabu was the first like big, Japanese player that you saw. And on the offensive side, Matsui was the first like pretty tall Japanese player that you saw. And Ohtani is just like
massive.
Oh my God.
Something I found really cool. Shohei Ohtani gave his entire National League MVP acceptance speech in English. And it was really good English. From what I understand, when he came over to America, he did not really speak English at all. Yeah. So in the progress that he's made in the years that he's now been in the league, that's pretty impressive that he spoke really fluent English. Like very understandable, very well spoken. That I found pretty impressive, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but don't be surprised if he still uses an interpreter when he's answering questions, because it's better to have the interpreter interpret what he's saying, because English is his second language. So maybe he says something wrong and he feels more comfortable answering questions in Japanese, because you'll see he nods when the reporter, like he's understanding what they're asking. It's just, and the same thing goes for Latino players. It's the same thing. They'll understand what someone's saying to them, but they just feel more comfortable having someone else say it for them, because they don't want to. I mean, English, I don't know how we speak English. English is a hard language to learn.
Very. It's one of the hardest to learn in the world, honestly. And the last cool thing that was really, a noticing thing for me, at least for my sense as a baseball fan my whole life and career-wise, walking through the hotel, because we stayed in the hotel that was where the ballroom is, because it just made sense to do that. Going into the lobby before this dinner and walking up to the ballroom before the dinner, there were baseball fans everywhere in jerseys, books out to get signed, phones out to take pictures. And we just got to walk past them like we belonged, like I was a player or something like that. It was so damn cool. Like I felt like a celebrity a little bit. It was the coolest thing that I think I've done. And then walking into the cocktail hour and getting the pamphlet with my name on it, that was next to like Milwaukee Brewers and Los Angeles Dodgers. That was pretty damn cool to see. Like that was a pretty like relieving, like, wow, I've done something here kind of moment. So really cool event, worth going to, like even though it was in the middle of a snowstorm or right before a giant snowstorm, it was really cool. And I hope you all think that I looked good, because I think I looked pretty good.
Yeah, the only moment I had like that, feeling like a celebrity, was I was at the Jacob Javits Center for like a panel. It was a TV show that had just started. I started watching it like a couple months before, and the cast was there, the writers were there, the creators were there. And after the panel, they were going to go to another part of the Javits Center to do autographs and stuff. I was talking to two of the actors, and they're like, okay, we got to go. Blah, blah. So they swept me up with the actors. So I'm walking, and the one guy, Scott, one of the actors, he's like, just roll with it. I'm like, okay. So I walked with them like I was part of the crew. And he was like, do you want an autograph? He's like, you don't have to wait in line. I'll take your pin over. I'll have everyone sign it. I'll run it right back to you. I'm like, okay. And that's how I got all their autographs. Yeah. I took pictures and stuff. It was cool. Yeah. It was really, I was like, oh, am I coming with you? He's like, yeah, come with us. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, again, that was one of those moments for me, like walking up the escalator and like seeing like a roped off area of fans.
Yeah,
with,
that's
like, and honestly, I said to the person that I was there with, I was like, should we stand with, like, I felt like I was supposed to be with them. Like I thought they were waiting to get in.
Was there like a step and repeat or no?
Yeah, like it was it wasn't a red carpet, but it was like a red carpet feel with people around it where you get to walk in. And I thought we were supposed to like be with them, because I didn't expect myself to be with like the players, but no, like all the players walked past these fans and everything. And we were part of that group, which was pretty unbelievable feeling to like walk past all the fans. No one stopped and asked me for my autograph.
Maybe next year.
Guys, you'll regret that. Yeah, maybe next year I'll get asked for my autograph. But it was pretty cool, pretty surreal, pretty awesome. So glad that I got to do that. Just to close out on some news from around the league, former Yankee Harrison Bader. There was news the Yankees could have potentially brought him back. I wouldn't have hated this if they didn't bring Grisham back.
Right.
But there was no chance they were bringing Bader back after Grisham accepted the qualifying offer.
No.
He goes to the Giants, 2 years, $20.5 million. That's a nice deal for Harrison Bader.
Yeah. I thought it was good.
He's notched out a nice career for himself too, by the way.
I also, by the way, when I was making the rundown at first, I screwed up the numbers and put 50.2 instead of 20.5. Wow. And I was like, wow, that's a good deal for Harrison Bader. I was like, wait, no, that's not right.
That would not have been a good deal for the Giants at all.
No.
The Minnesota Twins avoided arbitration with Joe Ryan, 1 year, $6.2 million. These arbitration deals kill these players, and that feels a little low for Joe Ryan.
That's low for Joe Ryan. Yeah, the Twins are getting away with something there because he's really good.
And I wonder if he's a trade piece coming up soon. They've kind of torn it down the last couple of years, especially last deadline for sure. He's a guy that's going to get moved at some point. I just wonder where it winds up being.
Right.
How about this too? Remember last year when the Yankees made the trade acquiring Devin Williams from the Brewers, and we had never seen Caleb Durbin in a Yankee uniform in the pros. Hadn't made his appearance yet. We didn't know what he was going to be in the pros. Brewers basically right out of the gate threw Caleb Durbin in there. And lo and behold, he almost won the NL Rookie of the Year. He was that good with them. They're doing the same thing with the trade they just made with Freddie Peralta to the Mets. They got 2 top prospects, Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams. And they basically announced...
What a great name. That's a great name.
It's definitely a baseball player name,
That's a baseball player name. Yeah.
Although I think he's a player like for the Expos in the 70s. I don't like he fits like a really baby blue tight uniform. I feel like that fits that
mustache
player name.
Or no?
Yeah. A little bit of like stubble, you know?
Chops or no?
No, I don't know if that kind of 70s.
Okay.
I'm thinking the powder blue uniforms with the really egregiously tight pants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jet Williams. That's what I picture there being. Yeah. Well, the Brewers announced basically, which is kind of weird before spring training even starts, that they expect Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams to make major immediate impact on the major league roster. So if the thing the Brewers are doing, you don't want to call your prospects up, good, we'll take them and call them up ourselves. And it worked out for Caleb Durbin, so I wonder if it works out for the Brewers, because this will be interesting. You know what? They've become one of those teams, Stacey, that you kind of don't want to trade with.
Right.
It's kind of like what Tampa was for a while,
yeah.
Where every time the Brewers acquire a player from your system, it seems like that guy gets there and winds up performing a little above expectations. So we'll see what winds up happening with Brandon Sproat and Jet Williams. Yeah. Pretty interesting stuff, though.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to our live edition of the show. Make sure you subscribe and follow Locked On Yankees so you get all of the latest episodes. You can also follow us on Instagram at Locked On Yankees, all one word. We're also on TikTok at LockedOn_Yankees. In case you missed the Tim Kirkshin interview, it is still up. It is still good. We would like for you to watch it if you can. And if you never miss an episode, the Everydayer Club is built for you. Get Locked On Yankees ad-free, plus members-only Discord access and more. Head to lockedonyankees.supercast to join the club, or click on this QR code and it'll take you right to it. For those of you on video, we sent you to the first ever 24/7 National Locked On Podcast Network YouTube channel. That is so hard to say. On audio, make sure you make your second listen Locked On MLB with the great Sully. That'll do it for this edition of Locked On Yankees. I'm Stacey Gotsoulias.
And I'm Brian McKeon, 6:30 p.m. live on Friday, Fan Mail Friday. We'll see you guys there.